Race number 2 is a Class 4. It's over the 1650 and headed by Electric Lightning, who was a course and distance winner 3 starts back. Come at barrier 10 here. Bring it on. Has Ben So in the saddle from barrier 7. Open house, big run last time out over the 1200, gets up to the 1650 here. Glorium does the same trick, 12 to the 1650. Starlight Knight, a course and distance winner, 3 starts back. Gold Velvet, very impressive, 2 starts back in Class 5 company. Spinning Dancer behind Kiriam last time out, as was Victory Follow Me, and Triumphal Win from barrier 12. The blinkers come off.
Sparkling Sword off the inside gate, a moral to be there. It's just about how much pace he has and how much pressure he gets from other runners. Glorium was able to lead over 1200 or be handy at least, so stepping to the longer trip gives him a chance being right up there. I actually think Electric Lightning drawn 10. They may roll forward with him. He rolled forward from barrier 13 at Sha Tin 4 starts ago and then came out and won at his next start, so they might have to press the issue with him. It could generate more speed.
Getting on in age now is Sparkling Sword. He's a 7-year-old now, but still runs okay. His track work leading in, or most of the season, has been pretty good, and he's still going nicely enough here, so he's held his condition nicely. Victory Follow Me, he's put in a couple of decent gallops down the back straight here, and he's got to come in with a pretty light weight, isn't he, with 107 pounds. But he doesn't win out of turn. He's only won the once, Victory Follow Me, but that was him there. And the other one here is down the bottom as well, Triumphal Win. Now, the blinkers come off him, so that's him on the far side there. I thought I'd just highlight him without the blinkers on. He seemed to run okay without them, so maybe you won at a big odds, I don't know.
All right, OK. Well, Open House is a big price last time out. It was his best effort as well. Sam Clipperton will be in the saddle on Wednesday night.
Sam, Open House, he hadn't shown much form-wise leading into his last run, was sent off as a $32 chance. Were you expecting him to perform well, though?
Look, David just sort of said to me, go out. He was running over 1200, so David just said to me, go out there and ride him quiet and see if he can hit the line. He hadn't been performing that well riding him positive, so we went out and rode him quiet and it seemed to work. He hit the line very strong. So, as I said, that was over 1200 and he's in a 1650 metre race on the Wednesday night. He's drawn well. I would say that we wouldn't be out there to ride him again too close, but just where he's comfortable and travelling in the run so he can finish off, and if he can perform like he did last start, well, there's no reason why he wouldn't be a chance.
Since then, you've ridden him in his work. How's he been?
Horse feels good in his work. He's a nice, quiet horse with a good attitude, and I didn't have a lot to do with him before last run, but so I can't really comment on whether he's improved or not, but within himself, he feels good, and he's definitely well enough to run well.
Barrier 4 should get a decent run, Sam, you know?
Yeah, well, we spoke about it. They dropped him back in trip. Obviously, he ran on with a quieter time early, and yeah, I think you've got to give him a chance.
Yeah, I think the 1650 is really going to suit him. He's out of a Galileo mare, so there's definitely a lot of stamina there on the dam side, and that's his best run, I think, since he's been here. Well, it is his best run since he's been here. So he's run twice over the distance before, but back to 1650 now in a little bit of form. I think looks ideal.
Barry gives him a chance to just sit in and take a nice run.
Yeah, he's a half to one of Jim Bolger's nice horses, Let Him More. Open House. We'll move on, though. Starlit Knights behind Victory Follow Me, and Spinning Dancer here.
Yeah, I've played Spinning Dancer a few times this season, and he has had a few luckless runs, so I wouldn't be surprised if he bobbed up from gate 5. The more it rains, the better it'll suit him too, the old 8-year-old. Also, Victory Follow Me with a claim here for Victor Wong. We saw that bit of track work with Paul. He's going in 4th up. His last few have been OK. He's close, but he's not an easy ride, which was a concern. And Starlit Knight's found some form of late.
Yeah, Starlit Knight's going pretty well. I've got him in there. I think he's a good chance.
All right, one more to have a look at. Gold Velvet has been beaten since, and this was Class 5, but he couldn't have been any more impressive.
Yeah, he won really impressively, didn't he? And he looked like his Class 4 was going to be no problem. He's come out again since, and he sort of was making up ground around the turn, and he was maybe slightly disappointing on paper, but since then he's trialled really nicely and his work's been good. So if we give him a forgive for that, I think he'll be tough to beat.
Yeah, he looked super there. He looked very ordinary at his next start. Yeah. So what do? I'm with Paul. I'm going to take him on what we just saw there and not the last start. All
right, and Joe Moreira will ride as well. Open contest again, the second, Paul. Starlit Knight favourite?
Yeah, I've got him in. I've got him in there for 3rd, but I'm going to stick with Gold Velvet. I just think he didn't really get the race to run to suit last time, and he was so impressive to start before. It wasn't a fluke. Open House in there for 2nd. I think he can run nicely, as a Starlit Knight. I'm going to throw Diamond Friends, and he's a 5-time winner in this grade. They've been all on the all-weather, But you can see those horses when they do come to Sharton, they can Happy Valley, they can bring that form there. So he could be one at odds as well. Let's see, $10, $6.40 a place. 9, 4, 7 and 8. But I'm going to give 9 another chance.
It was so impressive, that win we just looked at from Gold Velvet. Last start, disappointing, but I'll take a chance with him again. I think Victory Follow Me with a claim, very close to a win. He is a difficult ride, open house for the reasons we mentioned earlier. And Electric Lightning, if he does push on from the 10, he was declared Aurora 2 starts ago, which is disappointing for connections, but the tongue tie has gone on. And he defeated Planet Star 3 starts ago in quite impressive fashion. So I just want to give him another chance. 9, 11, 4, 1.
All right, same trio as Paul for me. Gold Velvet on top. Victory Follow Me included the numbers, though, as well.